Narcissistic victim syndrome. Recognizing manipulation and protecting yourself, narcissistic victim syndrome describes a pattern where individuals with narcissistic traits consistently present themselves as wronged or mistreated, regardless of the situation. This isn't a formal diagnosis, but a common dynamic in relationships with people exhibiting narcissistic behaviors. Understanding this pattern is crucial because it involves subtle manipulation that can erode trust and emotional well-being. What drives the victim narrative? People displaying this syndrome don't merely feel victimized. They actively create a narrative where they are the injured party. This behavior isn't about genuine suffering, but about control. By positioning themselves as helpless, they manipulate others into providing sympathy, attention, and validation. This reinforces their self-image and allows them to avoid accountability. Why it matters? The core issue isn't the occasional expression of hardship, but a persistent pattern of blame shifting and emotional manipulation. This dynamic is frequently seen in people with narcissistic traits or narcissistic personality disorder, which can stem from genetics, early childhood experiences, or neurobiological factors. 6 red flags of a victim narcissist. Recognizing these traits can help protect yourself from manipulation. Constant blame shifting. They rarely accept responsibility, always finding external forces to fault. Woe is me stories, overly dramatic tales of mistreatment, often vague on details. Rejection of criticism. Constructive feedback is perceived as an attack, triggering defensiveness or withdrawal. No accountability. When confronted, they deny, deflect, or rewrite history. That's not what I meant. Reverse projection, turning the situation around to make you feel guilty for their actions. Repeating patterns. The behavior is consistent and predictable, not an isolated incident. Key takeaway: the frequency and consistency of these behaviors are far more important than isolated instances. Coping strategies. Protecting your well-being dealing with someone exhibiting this pattern requires strong boundaries and self-awareness. Educate yourself. Learn about manipulation tactics, gaslighting, blame shifting, etc., to recognize them when they occur. Set firm boundaries. Clearly define what behavior you will and won't tolerate. Consistency is essential. Detach emotionally. Don't let their words or actions dictate your emotional state. Respond, don't react. Journaling. Document interactions to avoid self-doubt and maintain a clear perspective on reality. Professional support. A therapist can provide guidance and coping mechanisms. Consider no contact. If the situation is unsafe or emotionally damaging, severing ties might be necessary. When to seek help. If you feel threatened or unsafe, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-SAFE, 7233, or text START to 88788. The bottom line: narcissistic victim syndrome isn't a formal diagnosis, but a destructive pattern of manipulation. Recognizing the signs and setting firm boundaries are vital for protecting your mental and emotional health. If you're dealing with this behavior, remember that you deserve respect and accountability in your relationships.